Hello everyone. So for this video, we're just going to discuss about adjectives and types of adjectives. So Tutor Dayan here at your service. Okay, so let's get started. So now we're going to start with what is an adjective. Okay, so an adjective are words that describes or modify other word. Okay, take note of this, describe or modify other words, making your writing and speaking much more specific. Okay, and a whole lot more interesting. Of course, you're specific and your words or your writing is interesting. Okay, so words like small, blue, sharp are descriptive, and they are all examples of adjectives. Okay, so take note of that. Because adjectives are used to identify or quantify individual people and unique things. They are usually positioned before the noun or pronoun. Okay, so adjectives positioned before the noun or pronoun that they modify. Okay, when we say modify, describes. Okay, some sentences contain multiple adjectives. We have adjectives examples. Okay, so in the following examples, the highlighted words are adjectives. Okay, so for number one, they live in a big, beautiful. Okay, so big, beautiful, an adjective. Okay, so number two, since it's a hot day, Lisa is wearing a sleeveless. Okay, so for the bold one, hot is an adjective. Okay, sleeveless. Okay, so here, number three, the mountain tops are covered in sparkling. Okay, so now let's go to types of adjectives. Okay, remember that adjectives can modify as well as describe other words. Okay, when we say modify, it describes other words, and you'll find it much easier to identify different types of adjectives when you see them. Okay, so now let's get started to the first type. We have articles. Okay, so for the articles, there are only three articles. So the first one, we have a and the, because they are used to discuss non-specific things and people. Indefinite articles discusses non-specific things and people. Okay, for example here, I'd like a. Okay, it's not specific. It is not mentioned what is that. Okay, so let's go on an. An what? So it's not specific. So it is an example of an indefinite article, a and an. So now here, neither one of these sentences names a specific banana or a certain adventure. Without more clarification, any banana or adventure will do. Okay, so here the word the is called the definite article. Okay, take note the definite article. It's the only definite article and is being used to indicate very specific people or things. Okay, a and an in definite articles, and the is for the definite article, which means specific things, specific people. For example, please give me a banana. A here is not specific. Banana has different types, different kinds. Okay, so here I'd like the one with a green stem. See here in the second example, I'd like the one with a green stem. So the here means specific. Okay, it's specified, it's a green stem. Okay, here, number two, let's go on an adventure. What kind of adventure? See, it's not specific. The Grand Canyon Mule ride sounds perfect. Okay, article the, it's specific. The Grand Canyon Mule ride sounds perfect. Okay, so now let's go to possessive adjectives. What are those possessive adjectives? As the name indicates, possessive adjectives are used to indicate possession. Possession, you own something. Okay, we have my, your, his, her, its, our, their. Okay, so possessive adjective also functions as possessive pronouns. Okay, now let's move on to the third type. We have demonstrative adjective. What is a demonstrative adjectives? Okay, like the article the, demonstrative adjectives are used to indicate or demonstrate specific people, animal, or things. And the examples for demonstrative adjectives are we have these, those. Okay, so these two are used for plural. Okay, this one, these for plural near, and those plural far. Okay, these and that is for singular. Okay, this is singular near and that singular far. Okay, are demonstrative adjectives. Examples here we have these books belong on that. Okay, these plural near. This movie is my favorite. This singular near. Please put those cookies on the blue plate. Those cookies, far plural. Okay, so now let's move on to coordinate adjectives. Okay, when we say coordinate adjectives are separated with commas. Okay, we use this commas here or the word and appear one after another to modify the same noun. Okay, take note that they modify the same noun. The adjectives in the phrase bright, sunny day, and long and dark night are coordinate adjectives. Okay, here in phrases with more than two coordinate adjectives, the word and always appears before the last one. For example, here we have the sign had big, bold, and bright letters. Okay, so this is also an example for coordinate adjective that uses and commas. Okay, so now here, be careful because some adjectives may appear in a series are not coordinate. Okay, so we should be careful because some adjectives that appear in series are not coordinate. In the phrase green delivery truck, the words green and delivery are not separated by a comma, not separated, green and delivery, not separated because the green modifies the phrase delivery truck. Okay, to eliminate confusion when determining whether a pair or group of adjective is coordinate, just insert the word and between them. Okay, so if and works, the adjectives are coordinate and need to be separated by a comma. Okay, so now let's move on to number 5. We have numbers adjectives. So when they're used in sentences, numbers are almost always adjectives. You can tell that a number is an adjective when it answers the question how many. Okay, there should be a question how many in order for you to identify it's a number adjectives. Okay, example here. The stagecoach was pulled by a team of 6. Okay, how many? It answers the question team of 6. Number 2 example. He ate 23 hot dogs during the contest and was sick afterwards. Okay, how many hot dogs he ate? Okay, it answers here 23 hot dogs. So therefore, it's a numbers adjectives. Okay, so now let's move on to the 6th type. Interrogative adjectives. There are 3 interrogative adjectives, which, what, and whose. Like all other types of adjectives, interrogative adjectives modify nouns. As you probably know, all 3 of these words are used to ask questions. Of course, when we use which, what, and whose, it is in question. Okay, example here. Which option sounds best for you? Okay, so here, second example, we have what time should we go? Whose socks are those? Okay, so interrogative adjectives. Okay, so now let's move on to indefinite adjectives. Okay, the 7th type, indefinite adjectives. Okay, what is an indefinite adjectives? Like the articles a and an, indefinite adjectives are used to discuss non-specific, okay, things. You might recognize them since they're formed from indefinite pronouns. Okay, so indefinite pronouns, they are formed from indefinite pronouns, indefinite adjectives. The most common indefinite adjectives are any, many, no, several, and few, non-specific. Okay, example here we have, do we have any peanut butter? Okay, any, not specific. Grandfather has been retired for many. Many what? Okay, not specific. There are no bananas in the fruit bowl. Okay, no. I usually read the first few pages of the book before I buy it. Okay, few. Okay, we don't know how many pages. It's not mentioned. So therefore, it's not specific. We look at several cars before deciding on the best one for our family. Several here is also not specific. Several, how many is that several? Is it 5, 10, 15, 20? Okay, several, not specific. So indefinite adjectives, non-specific. Okay, so now let's move on to number 8. We have attributive adjectives. What is an attributive adjectives? Okay, so here, attributive adjectives talk about specific traits. Okay, specific traits, qualities, or features. In other words, they are used to discuss attributes. Okay, so there are different kinds of attributive adjectives. Okay, here we're going to get deeper. We have now first type of attributive adjectives. We have observation adjectives such as a real, perfect, best, interesting, beautiful, or cheapest. Can indicate value or talk about subjective measures. Okay, so we have here size and shape adjectives talk about measurable objective qualities, including specific physical properties. Examples, we have small, large, square, round, poor, wealthy, slow. Okay, size and shape adjectives. Now let's move on to age adjectives. Okay, denote specific ages in numbers, as well as general ages. Example, we have old, young, new, 5-year-old, and etc. Okay, color adjectives are exactly what they should sound like. We have example here, pink, yellow, blue, red, and many more colors. Okay, so we have here origin adjectives indicate the source of the noun. Okay, origin. Okay, examples, we have American, Canadian, Mexican, etc. Material adjectives denote what something is made of. Okay, is something made of cotton, gold, wool, wooden, plastic, etc. Okay, so we have also qualifier adjectives are often regarded as part of a noun. So qualifier, they make nouns more specific. Examples, we have log cabin, luxury car, and pillow cover. Okay, so these are the types for the review. Types of adjectives, we have articles, possessive adjectives, demonstrative adjectives, coordinate adjectives. Number 5, number adjectives. Number 6, interrogative adjectives. Number 7, indefinite adjectives. Attributive adjectives. Okay. So there are 8 types. Don't forget it. Okay. So if you find this information helpful and eligible for you, so don't forget to check my playlist for more and subscribe for more. Have a great day and goodbye. See you in my next vlog. Okay.